We're trying this Chinese famous street food for the first time. It's in Ohana Marketplace.
Yeah, so it's got authentic northwestern Chinese food. So they have some things from the Sichuan province of China, so it's a little bit spicy, and apparently they've got a lot of things with chili in it, which is one of my favorite things. So here we've got a cold noodle dish. Yummy! We have more food coming. We haven't even tried this one yet.
More coming.
Wow!
Chicken, zhajiang mian.
Wow! Zhajiang mian, zhajiang noodles. Yummy, yummy. Nice and hot.
Street food, so we're not used to this kind of portion when we eat Chinese, right?
I know, because when I'm in China, I avoid street food because I don't want an upset stomach later on. So this is one of those places where you know you're not necessarily going to get an upset stomach. And here we have, we call it chai pockets. It's like the Chinese version of a quick meal. It's chives in a pastry of sort. And then we've got the cold spicy ginger chicken. We didn't designate the spice level on this one, so I'm not quite sure, but we'll see, and you will too.
I thought she thought we couldn't take spice, so I think it's probably mild.
We look like those wimpy foreigner types that
it's not very red at all.
Clumpy. It's like almost like Lady and the Tramp, but different.
The noodle is thicker than what we get at the usual Sichuan restaurants in town.
It's really quite thick. A little doughy. But it's got this wonderful glaze of chili oil. And the sauce is flavorful. You really get the peppercorn notes, but not overpowering like most places.
Yeah.
It's a little tamer in this case.
But if you go to some place like Chengdu Taste or Mian, it can be overwhelming, and sometimes if it's too hot, it gets in the way of enjoying the food.
Of course, that's what I'm used to when I'm in China. So this is a little bit more of a tame version, but still, it's actually really easy to eat, and it's not spicy.
Yeah.
The chicken's a little more dense here, the meat. It's really thick, a little bit dry.
It's like whole ginger chicken, but with chili sauce instead of green onion and ginger.
It is tasty though. That chili oil really gives a nice kick.
Now we're gonna bust into one of these chai pockets.
First,
Don't know how to do it.
I think you pick it up and you bite into it.
Ooh, it's still hot. Let's not do that yet. Let's mix the zhajiang.
I'm gonna try. Oh, it is hot. Oh, it is really hot. Yeah.
Don't do it. You know what happened the last time.
I know. I'm not gonna burn my. Oh, it is hot. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm just gonna rip it open and see.
He never learns.
Wow. As the contents fall out. Oh, it's like a
crepe. It's almost like a crepe.
It's filled with these, almost like these, I don't know, they're like konnyaku, Japanese konnyaku noodles. But
is it? Looks like long rice. No,
could be long rice. Maybe because it's just dusted with a lot of the brown pork. Yeah. You get like that baking spice note, like almost cinnamon.
Oh, that's something really northern.
It's really northern because you get a lot, that baking spice infusion and Indian influences.
Yeah, it cools off a little bit more.
Zhajiang.
Yeah.
With my dirty
You have
chopstick.
to mix it over here.
Okay.
It's a really tiny zhajiang. Like if you've had it at Douwan and stuff, it's like this big heaping plate full.
It's really tasty. There's a little bit of funk in it though. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really different from the Korean version. Like the Korean version has like that black bean and onions and stuff. This one is more like a fermented soybean.
Yeah, you really get the fermented notes on this one, giving that special funkiness.
So it's much milder than the Korean version.
And the noodles seem a little thinner than the cold garlic noodle that we had earlier. It's a little more supple. Yeah, they're not as doughy. And I feel like you get more flavor from the sauce on this because it's a little bit thinner. Just marginally thinner, but enough where you can detect the sauce a lot more.
The crepe It's like kind of crunchy, nice and crunchy on the outside. It's tasty.
Right? The spice is very unique. Very unusual flavors.
I actually prefer the more savory things to the noodles. The noodles are kind of single note to me. And there's more dimension with this chai pocket and the chicken. And for something called a chai pocket, there's not much chai in it and not much chai flavor.
You think it'll be mostly chives? I got a lot more chives than mine. I think it's just the inconsistency of the chef, but still, relative to what you would think, it's just chock full of chives, and it's really more.
It's more like the long rice in there. Long rice. Yeah, there's like cinnamon spice in here. It's good.
A lot of baking spice notes, right? So it feels holiday, the fall.
It feels like holiday, Chinese holiday.
But I think we both agree that chili oil sauce with the chicken is probably the most savory of all those seasonings, and it makes for the best dip for anything you eat.
Yeah, adding some more to mine. We don't have a spoon, so sorry, gotta improvise.
We eat a lot more than most people, though. I would say 2 or 3 would be comfortable, so you can get away with a meal for about 20, 25 bucks. Not too bad for 2 people.
And street food, so it's like easy, small portions, buy it, walk away. But I would like to pair something like chicken with noodles or something like that.
Just do a noodle dish and one of the proteins, and I think you're in good shape. But they have sandwiches too. They have like this Chinese burger, and they've got a burrito.
And these pockets. But then you want to be careful because you don't want to pull a Xi'an and have it fall apart in your hands.
That's why you have chopsticks.
While you're driving or something. It's not everybody like eats on the spot. Some of them grab it and go.
So there you have it. Hope to see you around.
Yeah, street food, Chinese style.
Hey, gotta check out this place again.
Well, lucky you get the long arm.
Look at that.
Yeah, spicy garlic pork.
Pork. Ooh.
And cold spicy cabbage.
This cabbage. Ooh, look at that. So, you want to start with something cold?
No, I'm going to start with the pork.
Oh my gosh. Straight into the main dish.
My favorite food.
And we'll get some of this pork garlic on there.
Oh, so
this
good.
Is amazing. Oh wow.
Good.
Oh, a lot of garlic. It's salty, it's sweet, it's really garlicky. A lot of soy sauce in there.
No soy sauce.
But really tasty.
Yeah.
You almost have to be careful because the shoyu can be really aggressive and salty. But
so I have this non-shoyu white piece. But you can always dip it in more.
I'm gonna get the ones kind of dressed up with a lot of garlic already. I'm gonna put more garlic because it's just that good.
This is really good.
Yeah. Don't plan any meetings after this because you're not gonna smell good at all.
Yeah. Save it for the end of day.
Definitely.
Save it for your significant other.
They give me kissy face with this. You're gonna reek, but you're gonna be really good.
Oh, if you like garlic, this is a dish.
It almost has a garlicky bite because the garlic is not cooked.
No, it's raw.
It's raw garlic, so it's crispy, but it's mixed in with other ingredients. So I can't figure out what it is that's in here. Oh, it's all garlic, is it?
It's all garlic.
No, it's all garlic. No, it's all garlic.
Yeah, it's all garlic.
But with the soy sauce and that sugar in there, it really helps kind of balance it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go straight to this.
This is like one of those things you can't stop eating if you like garlic.
Try this cold chili cabbage. I should start with this. It's really light. There's no garlic in it. There's some sesame, almost needs a little bit of salt. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna add this. The garlic.
I really like it. And cabbage is so good for you. It's good for your digestion.
But it's better with this garlic sauce on the cabbage. I'm telling you right now.
Here we go again, making up our own food or recipe.
Yeah.
I really like the texture too. It's really crunchy.
A really nice crisp. Ooh, garlicky. Good combo.
Yeah, these two together. Yeah.
Now she's just dredging the cabbage in the sauce. You know she wants a little more salt in this dish.
But it doesn't need it too. It's good.
Yeah,
And
it
you're
wants a
right,
light,
it's
refreshing.
like a water kimchi.
Vibrant, crisp
In
for
fact,
this
you
cabbage.
can do it like K-style and put the pork
wrap
in the
it.
cabbage.
You got your own Chinese samgyeopsal. Oh,
Best idea ever.
see? It works.
It's so good.
We just made up our own recipe and made it even better. Wow. That's really good.
That's fusion.
Lamb
So
soup, look at
this is
that.
the bread, very hard bread.
Very
You
hard
need-
bread?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why you need salt
dip
in
it
it.
in, okay.
Yeah, we eat. Actually, normally they just very hard
Hard
to
to
pick
eat?
it. And,
Wow.
yeah, but this is
That one's the burger.
Burger, yeah.
Can you tell us about the bread again and the bread tradition in
So-
Xi'an?
Oh, yeah, the bread. So in north part of China, because in old times they cannot grow rice. Most people they never saw the rice.
Oh.
So the only thing they grow is mostly the wheat and the
Oh.
corn. So they just eat the bread or the noodles bread. But right now, since the agriculture like revolution, so everyone they grow. So even they don't grow, they get from somewhere else.
Oh,
So rice is all over the country, but
Right.
still the bread and noodles is the main dish for the north part of
This
China.
is, it is pretty.
And they think
pretty hard.
rice is weird.
Yeah, when I was little, I was thinking,
did
oh,
rice?
yeah, the rice is weird.
Wow.
It's hard. Maybe once a year we eat
It
rice.
is. It really is hard.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Really hard. You
have
throw
to
it,
like,
knock
So we
somebody
dip
out.
it.
so yeah, you have to
But you
soak
dip
it.
so
You
long
cannot
time.
eat
You
it by
break your
itself.
teeth, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, sounds
Why,
good.
why did they make their bread so
Actually, they
hard?
because they want soup in soup.
Oh,
Because
Get a
they don't
flavor.
want when they put soup, they not suddenly to go all suck up.
Because, oh, but here's soggy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, this is a pork burger.
I'm about to go
So
follow
it's a
this.
pork belly. Not like American burgers, they chop or the ground beef is ground. This is whole meat. We in the spices for overnight,
Oh.
marinate
Marinated.
and yeah.
Oh, that sounds
And
really
then
good.
you chop them before you.
this is salam soup. Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to.
Looks like kalua pork with long rice.
And here's the hard bread. Ah, crack, crack.
And here's the pork burger, but it's not really a burger. It's like all chopped pork, like she said, made to order.
Oh, shoes. We're losing
no.
pieces of it already.
I just want.
This is not going to be easy. I don't want to cut through too much because
I'm gonna try some of the pork already.
she can't wait.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Wow, really juicy.
Juicy?
Yeah, it's good. Tasty.
What is this? But you know what this could use? A little bit of this garlic sauce. That garlic sauce is addicting.
Let me
Oh,
try with
that's
the pork
good.
alone.
That with the go. I think everything with that sauce is gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, everything is good by itself, but if
But-
you need more salt and more bold flavor, then
Use
you
the-
can use the sauce.
Order the pulled pork with the garlic sauce, and use the garlic sauce and everything else afterwards. Oh, it's so good.
But when it comes to the bread, yeah, you need a little bit salt, but the bread itself is very plain.
It's kind of doughy. It's soft, but not completely where it's like an American burger bun, so to speak. But I think that it's made up because the pork is very It's shredded. It's got some really lush juiciness. Its flavors are quite good. And it's got a little bit of bell peppers in there, so you get a nice kind of verdant bite along with it. Okay. I'm gonna try this long rice. Very sheepish in flavor. And I mean that in multiple ways. It's actually a tame broth. It's a clear broth, and it's very mild in terms of flavor. But you gotta really love lamb because it's got that gaminess. You can almost smell some of that mutton-like gaminess. And if you're not a lamb lover, this might not be the dish for you. But if you do like a little bit of funk in your food, like the gaminess, this is probably a fair dish for you.
Yeah.
Well,
Because even when you just taste the noodles, it's very lamb, very very gamey.
yeah.
But I do like lamb, so I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
But I know people who just can't stand even a mild hint of it.
But it's very tame, right? The flavors are very gentle. It's a very gentle, clear broth. It's actually kind of, it's almost like when you're sick, you almost want something like this, you know?
It's very comforting.
You really don't want to eat this like this. I'm serious, I mean, you can really hear it. I'm trying to knock somebody else with some, take somebody's head out with this bread. I want to see what it tastes like without.
Don't do it.
Oh wow. It's tough and chewy. It's not very flavorful at all. And it's hard to break. So you probably just have to dip it, let it soak for a while.
I'm just using the sandwich bread because it's much softer.
There you go. Let's see how it soaks up. Okay, here we go.
But this is what they want because, like she said, they don't eat rice in the Northwest and they prefer bread.
This is really interesting. It's going to take a lot more soaking than that. You might need a good about 3 to 5 minutes soak on this bread. But it's really weird because the bread doesn't have much flavor and the broth is very delicate. So at the end of the day, you get basically nothing. It's kind of a...
So actually, I prefer the long rice in there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the bread is something you'd want with it, unless you just want to eat wet bread.
Or maybe we try the bread with the lamb and make up our own dish again.
Yeah, we could do that. I'm gonna eat this.
Oh, except this is like a huge chunk of lamb. It's like, how are we supposed to eat that? So it's not like kalua in that way. You have to peel it off the bone. I'm gonna try the lamb with the bread.
We'll try some cabbage, dipped in my favorite garlic sauce. Now this lamb dish is from Xi'an, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of the few dishes that are from Xi'an in China. And you don't hear, you know, in Hawaii you get a lot of Cantonese food. You've had some Sichuan or Sichuan restaurants that opened up. But to get the flavors of Xi'an are very unusual. So this is one way of getting a good northern Chinese experience. Even in Japan, you know, in Hokkaido, they're known for their Genghis Khan, which is basically sort of a lamb cooking. But so it seems like lamb is very popular in Northern Asia. I'll still keep going back to appetizers because I think that combination is pretty amazing.
Yeah, this is really good. Because after the mildness of this dish and actually the pork sandwich, you want something bolder.
That gives you that punch of flavor that you really want. I think we found a good sense of balance in today's dishes.
Yeah.
For our second time at this restaurant.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna finish on our own.
So you don't have to watch us eat the rest of the dishes,
Yeah,
but we'll
that
catch
would
up with
take
you next
forever.
time.
Yeah. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Bye.
再见。